Hey, what's up, people? Welcome to another episode on this channel. My name is Hugo Meza, and today we have a special sort of occasion for this video. I've been posting like some of my video work and little short films and stuff, and also sometimes talk about movies in this channel. But today, it's a little bit different. After thinking about this a lot, I decided to do it. So like 2 years ago I started like doing photography. Started for fun, and now sort of doing it out of my curiosity. Like, try to be creative as much as possible. As much as I love doing short films and video production, sometimes takes sort of a bigger cruise. I mean, depending on projects, but normally it takes a bigger amount of group of people to convey an idea and bring it to life and enjoy it. Sorry about that. So photography has been like that escape from my creative sanity, I guess that's the way I can put it. I go and shoot ideas that I wish I can put them on film, so at least you keep it fresh, keep it dynamic. It's easier. I just grab my camera, go outside, frame, shoot, and again, it can be ideas, visually ideas that I'm trying to bring to video, but I can put it sort of on a test with photography. And I mean, it's nothing, it's not like bad that you try to do photography and video at the same time. I think slowly they're sort of merging in a way. So that's the reason of this video. There's three key sort of elements, or the reason I'm doing this. One, it's I feel like if I do these kind of videos, I'm gonna learn more about my photography and sort of my mistakes, and on the process, hopefully for you is helpful. I know the struggle. I know you always try to find ideas and stuff. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is I bought a rangefinder. I hear a lot about Leicas, and everybody praise them, and they look sweet, honestly. But I can't justify spending over $1,000 on a camera like that, especially because at the beginning of this adventure for myself, I made a mistake to buy expensive equipment, and that's a big mistake. So, but that's a topic for a different video probably that we can tackle if you like. Tell me if you want me to go into my experience into that, the gas syndrome or the gas, thing. But yeah, anyways, I was trying to find a option. There were tons of it. I mean, if you go online, it's a good thing and a bad thing that we have all this information, but at the same time, sort of, take you to research too much gear, and at the end of the day, it's not that important as much. So I ended up buying this little thing. It's a Russian camera. It's called Zorki 4. It cost me around $50 on eBay. Really nice camera, but at the same time, it's like a hate-love relationship so far. Yeah, I'm sure like 3 rolls of film to this point, so it's not a lot to give you a full opinion about it, because it's not even if I talk to you about gear on this channel, it's not gonna be about a fully technical review. Let me just say it again, I'm not an expert. I'm learning my way to learn as much as possible. I just think that you never stop learning, so take it from that perspective. But so far it's a hate-love relationship. You can tell that it resembles to a Leica, and well, $50 doesn't hurt that much a bank account to try something new. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I saw pictures of Leica camera, I get sort of attracted towards it. It's kind of like almost like the Apple thing. Yeah, I can see that they're overpriced in a way, but you can't deny their craftsmanship and what they try to give you, more than just a computer. It's sort of an experience, I guess. Whatever you think, at the end of the day, it's your money, and you go and spend your money and what you want and what you can afford, and even if you have the money, maybe you have different tastes. Anyways, so this is a Russian camera. So far, from what I know, was manufacturer run between 60s all the way, no, 50s, yeah, 50s all the way to into the 70s. Obviously, yeah, it's a copy or sorry, and I tried to copy the Leica, you know, features, the manufacturer. I can say that the glass is nice and sweet. It's a 50mm 2 f2, so that's great for low light. But you know, it depends. But so far, I don't go that low. I mean, that f-stop at 2. Keep it probably to 4, 2.8 if it's too dark. But anyways, I say love-hate relationship because as a lot of people start more towards digital, and these sort of forced me to think a little bit more about my photography. I'm not saying the one is better than the other, not at all. I'm not saying that, so please don't put words in my mouth. But definitely there are different approach to how you work with a digital camera and a film camera. On my personal opinion, I think it's sort of pushed me to be a better photographer in a way. If you don't want to put it like that, then sort of make you improve your digital photography, you want to say it. But anyway, it's a love-hate relationship, has some quirks. If you want me to talk more in depth of the camera and show you more stuff, you know, the lens, how the mechanism work, how you load film and stuff like that, just let me know anyways. But now, said that, this is the second reason I'm doing these videos, because I get this little camera, Zorki 4. You can check it out on Google or your favorite search engine online. And the third one, it's because, you know, slowly photography is taking over what I do mostly, to the level that I now sometimes work in exchange for money. So that's a big step, I think, and a lot of, especially if you're going to all these different art forms for just the sake of creating. You know, I didn't thought about making this sort of a career or like ever get, you know, paid for this job, so that's great. I'm not nearly as, you know, me becoming my main income you know, thing, but slowly it's going there. You know, it's been 2.5 years, so taking count of that. Every person has different journeys towards this. Either you start as an amateur or whatever, or, you know, you always want to be a photographer. Just enjoy the ride, don't push a lot of pressure, and shoot as much as possible. I wish I can shoot more, even for my personal projects, just to do it every day. But, you know, life, family, kids, whatever. But anyway, so if you like to stay a little bit longer, I'm gonna talk a little bit of the pictures, because I use that Zorki camera, that Russian camera, with a new film that I tried, which is called earlygrey, I think, by Lomography. It's a 100 film. So just let me grab something fast. There you go. So I'm gonna be talking about a little bit about the pictures I take, what I was trying to do, and some of them work and others don't, and the process and all that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the ride. I'm gonna be putting obviously the pictures and overlap with, you know, my dialogue or my talking, so I can explain more and you can have the visual reference for sure. So this is the first picture, really simple. I was, first of all, this is a pier that's in Oceanside, California, which where I lived. And these days, this weekend was Memorial Weekend, so it was packed. There was a lot of people, a lot of stuff going on, and one of the activities that's always there is people fishing. Personally, I'm not as excited for fishing. I don't like it that much, so please don't hate me. Don't like it. I'm not saying it's bad. But yeah, like these people, you know, is fishing there. When, you know, for the most part, you think of fishing about, you know, sort of a time, like you need to be tolerant or like have these patience until something happened. So because it was Memorial Weekend, there was a lot of people, I didn't need to wait that much to capture moments like that because everybody was fishing, and it's the statistic for them to catch faster will increase. More people, more try whatever. So anyways, I saw these two, this father and his kid. They were just they catch a few fish, and went down low angle and tried to capture. Sadly, I chopped the dad's head, but in a way my focusing was the kid taking the fish and pull it out of the thing. Sorry, again, I don't care much about fishing. Sorry people that love it a lot. I'm glad that you have something and you enjoy. But anyways, that was my go-to. So far I like the film a little bit. It's not as contrasty. My favorite film so far for black and white's Fuji Acros, which sadly they're going, they stopped the production. So you can still find it, but sometimes it's really expensive. So in a sense, I'm in a pursuit of see what other film I can replace. Probably there's not gonna be a film that can replace Acros, but something to get close, This picture, it's a little story behind this, so I'm gonna show you actually the other one. My kid, it's so great for me that my kid saw me taking pictures, and now he wants to take pictures. I buy him a cheap plastic camera, but once in a while, I give my equipment and I let him take a few pictures. So we saw this couple. They were so nice. They allowed my kid to take a picture. He wanted to take a picture of them, so they were nice. So I was taking my kid, and this is the one that I took. Really simple, really fast, because we were moving. When you have kids and family, you don't want to get stuck that much. But it was great. They were nice, simple, straightforward portrait. Again, you need to take into account that my purpose for this photo shoot on the pier is to test the film and test the camera. So you need to take into account that I don't have that much time with using the camera, and it was my first time trying this film. But it's always interesting. So anyway, let's jump to the other one. This one's pretty interesting, and it's the first time that I sort of jumped to take pictures of people. Like I'm in the process to break that barrier of not feeling as shy or nervous, or because you never know. So far it went well. This guy looked at me like, oh, this guy's taking pictures. He didn't say anything, and it was really fast. Like as soon as I see this guy, I want to take his picture, put the camera. A good thing about these rangefinders, that's the name of the type of the camera. They're slightly faster at focusing than SLRs, regular SLRs. So that was great. I sort of knew it because the other thing is, as any other lens has the marks of how the meters on the focus. So I kind of knew already how far he was. So just was ready as soon as he was walking, put the camera up, focus, boom. And I like it. I like that sensation of the two people knowing what's going on, like that intimacy in a way. Like he look at like taking the picture. So that was great. This woman was hilarious. There were a lot of pelicans that day, which is not normal at that pier. So it was great. Pelicans, it looks cool. Let's take a picture of them. And she was hilarious. She was like, she saw me taking pictures, like, whatever, dude. Like, hey, you want me to feed him so you can have better shots? So that's cool. There's always like the two sides of the spectrum. Some people, they look at you weird, like, hey, dude, like, I don't want my picture taken. Which is sometimes taken. You can say I'm an asshole, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not taking picture of the nudes or, in a really intimate moment. Like, that's one of my go-to rules for street photography. You just have common sense. You're not gonna take pictures of people embarrassing them. But yeah, this woman was hilarious. His friends too was there. Nice majestic pelican on the ocean. One of the things that I kind of don't like a little bit of this film, and maybe it's because I need to practice more. Most likely is my mistake, because film is like that. um, these that particular day was cloudy, and it kind of blow out the highlights. Like you can, there's not a lot of detail on the clouds, even though it was like covering clouds. So again, I need to try maybe to work better on my Sunny 16 or my exposures, and try to make it work. Again, film, since it will tell you most likely that it's your mistake, then that is the film. A little more, she told me like, yeah, I can fit him. Like, you just take a few shots, and she was cool. The pelican didn't want to eat at all. They tried so many times. I love this one, and see, this is what I tell you about. The probably was my mistake in a lot of the shots, because the sky looks blown. Because in here you can notice more detail of the sky, the boat, the water. Has enough contrast, but not a lot. Maybe thinking that the name is early gray, which goes probably more into that mid-tone gray in the middle, instead of having a big range of contrast, which I can always fix on post with Lightroom and add a little contrast and everything. But I like it when it comes almost out of the film with a need of editing that much. Here I was trying to do a little bit of motion blur with this guy, just cross in front, boom, pull the camera, snap. I think it was 60 of a second, so give you enough blur and motion to the picture, but not that much. Don't like it. Again, I'm also trying to learn to frame, because with the rangefinder, again, it's not like you look into the mirror as SLR and you're capturing everything. So it's just, I guess, it's practicing and get used to it, the length and knowing exactly what you're gonna get over time. I like this one. I went down, make it more interesting, looking up, specific, in the right moment that she's feeding the pelicans. I like it. I like this one too. It was interesting. Again, it's more easy to take pictures from behind people. They don't see you. But the fact that this guy was so chilling there and relaxing, enjoying just fishing and not getting all worked up to like, oh, I need to fish right away. That was great. Another one that again didn't like it. Yeah, it's something like, I don't know, the framing. I just don't like it. This one I edited a little bit on post, and for me it's fine. Some people purists will say like screw that, but just that was my choice, and it was a conscious choice to make it more of a almost like a cinematic or like out of a movie frame. And yeah, I focus on the guy. You see the people on the side. They give you a little more to fill the frame, but not that much. So yeah, I enjoy it. This guy definitely was mad, and you can tell it was out of focus. See, like, yeah, I made mistakes, but it was more out of the fact that this guy looked at me and he didn't look that friendly. So you try to keep it cool and chill and not bother people, because you need to realize it's their weekend. They're there to enjoy, and like, what the heck is doing this guy with his camera taking my picture? So again, we come back to the point where you're always gonna find from both sides of the spectrum. There want to be some that are super cool, and other people they're gonna get mad, and that's it. You just respect them and use common sense. I tried to do sort of a frame and a frame with these two people in Pelican. Looks kind of cool, but it's not my favorite. Like, it's nothing amazing. Another work from behind, and it works great. I think the cloudy weather sort of helped to create a mood and sense of a story, like what is this guy doing. That's my process for some of those pictures. You try to come up and create any story in a way. Not always works, but sometimes. This obviously taking my kid too, and this is my family, my little boy and my wife, but my kid obviously wasn't digging his dad taking pictures. Another guy didn't notice it, and it's a little bit soft. I didn't caught him focus precisely, but the guy was so into his phone. And it was funny for me because, you know, you're on a Memorial weekend, there's a lot of people, but I guess now we are so into our phones. Another one that I tried to create, you know, from behind, overblown, not a lot of focus, and then the girl turned this way and it's like, oh crap, but you try. That's the best, this is the only thing you can do. Another one kind of like the other one. The funny thing is here is, for me, and this wasn't, I'm not gonna lie, it was not that I want to try to create this, but you know, you focus on the guy with the shirt and then you kind of notice the other guy coming, walking towards the camera and has a funny expression. So in a sense it worked. You can sort of say there was an accident, but it wasn't entirely, because really, I really want to capture the guy in the white shirt, but you know, the other, I didn't notice the other guy came to the frame, so I guess we can call it a happy accident. A little bit of the pier, nothing interesting. Again, I was just testing the film at this point. My wife and my little boy going to the bridge down. I like it, you know. I can tell right now with you know, the f2 point something, you know, the f2.8 helps to, you know, blur out a little bit of what is called the bokeh or whatever you want to call. But yeah, really nice lens. The hotel, again testing, that was the beginning. Majestic Pelican from low angle. I think it works. I wish they had more contrast on those clouds. It will look better. More Pelican, seeing this one sort of works better. Another one. Again, yeah, this like super bright sky, and I mean normally the ocean also, you know, reflects a lot of light, but it could probably be my issue. It's not like I dislike it, but probably next time from those same conditions I may put the shutter speed a little lower, or yeah, open the aperture on the, close the aperture on the lens. But overall, I like the results. I hope you enjoy the video. I try to explain it again. Is this test between the film and the new camera that I bought. So far I'm liking the camera, you know, the feeling is a little bit heavy. I'm pretty sure it doesn't feel as nice of a Leica, but since I'm an ignorant on how it feels like Leica, this so far feels good. The film, I kind of like it, has its charm, but definitely not Fuji Acros look at all. Which is fine, you know. That's the beauty of film. It has different looks and textures, or grain texture on the photos. But that's it, guys. Thank you for, if you stay the whole video, I appreciate a lot. If you want me to talk more about the camera, I'm gonna be shooting more, and you know, get more familiarized more. Sorry, my English is not that great. With the camera and how it works, all his quirks. I can definitely make a video about it, but let me know in the description. I will be trying a new, also black and white film called Ultrafine, and see how it works, how it looks, and how excited I can get with that. But yeah, thank you so much. Subscribe, I guess. Share, I guess. It's not a requirement. And see you until the next one. Adios.